All right, today, or for this week, I'll be working on Wevideo. When you do this, make sure that you're logged in using the link that I gave you in the week 4 folder. If you don't use that link, you won't get in, and it will complicate your life. So you're going to use this link right here. When you click on the link, it's going to ask you to join GUHSD. You're going to join with an existing account. All Grossmont students have an account already, so just click on that. It's going to ask you to log in with Google. And that's exactly what I'm going to do here. And we'll wait for this to load. I feel like there should be some music playing right now while this loads. Oh, maybe because I didn't click it. All right, once you get in here, there's some edits that I did yesterday. Let me kill this. This is your dashboard. Your dashboard is going to allow you to create a few different things here. Where it says projects and media and exports, kind of ignore those for now. We're only focused on creating a new video. When you click on new video, it's going to open up into this little get started thing here. Yep, let's start editing. All right, so there's my video, there's some things, there's some linked resources. Anytime you see 3 lines, that always means there's a menu there. You're not really going to use much on this menu, just so you know. Wevideo saves automatically as you're working through, so you're not going to really use too much of that. There is stock media in here, so if you were looking to do some kind of presentation, like they have chemistry here as an example. So if we type in chemistry and bring it up here, you're going to see there's a whole bunch of videos that they have here already on chemistry. They tell you how long the video is here in black there, where it says 8 minutes, 10 minutes, 19 minutes, etc. When it goes to my media, this is where you're going to be uploading your things to. So the import icon right there with that little cloud, you're going to be using that to upload your pictures to it. I already have some media on here because I've been doing this all week, so I've uploaded some media there. You're probably not going to have any. When you go to text, this is where you're going to have text that shows up on top of your images, and it's going to work just like Pixlr did, where you're going to have layers and layers on top of layers, and that's where those video tracks are down there, but I don't want to get too far ahead. There's also some built-in audio that's on here. If you just click on it, it starts, and there's other things you can pick from, etc. If you notice, this window popped over here on the right. This is your preview window. This shows you everything that you're doing and in real time. Transitions, we'll definitely be using those. You just drag those down on top of your images, and I'll show you how to do that. And backgrounds, that's where you're going to start off with. So the first, for our first little thing there, we're going to put a background in it, and there's quite a few to pick from here. There are also some solid ones to pick from too if you don't want something that moves. There's also frames. No need to get super complicated on this. We'll just do a basic one when we start. All right, the bottom, here's the timeline. Timeline set up like this. Let me hide this so this is not in the way. The timeline shows up here. This is typically called a scrubber in a lot of programs. They call it the playhead here, but this is based on time. So everything you see here where it says 10, 20, 30, 40, these are seconds, okay? And you've got separate video tracks. You've got 2 video tracks. You could have more. You could have many video tracks if you wanted to, but they start you off with 2, and just realize, like I said before with Pixlr, you've got something on track 1, and if you want text to show up on top of it, then you would put that text on track 2, and it would show over it. There's also an audio track down here below that. That audio track is where you'll put your sound or music in. So let's go get some stuff here. So I've done a variety of animals already. What have I not done? Let's do a possum. It's kind of random. Helps if I spell it right. Hey, Google already knew what I wanted, so let's do possum. Okay, possums are kind of creepy, but you know what? They're all over my yard, so they just look like big rats. So we're going to call this POS1, which is kind of funny, and then we're going to go with another possum here. And I'm going to save image as, and if you can guess, this is going to be POS2. Some people think they're cute, by the way. All I know is that when they were coming in my yard, they just kind of growl at me. So I don't know that they're really that friendly. And they smell too. You can smell them from kind of a long ways away. Like, it's not quite as bad as a skunk, but it's definitely around there. POS4. And I think they even emit like a smell when they do it. Oh, look, here's someone who has one. They probably had to take a long bath for that one, because I'm telling you, they don't smell good. And we go POS5. All right, we're done with the picture, so now we need to get them into Wevideo. So in order to do that, I'm gonna have to go to where it says My Media here and click on this Import Cloud. I could drag them over here, but it's actually faster if I go to Browse. Notice my Downloads folder, I've got these 5 pictures of possums, so I like to work smarter, not harder. So I'm gonna click on the first one, hold down my Shift key, and then click on the last one, and I'm gonna open all of those at the same time. So, all right, possums galore. They're uploading right now, so it'll only take a few seconds. So let's get started with the video. First thing with the video I'm going to do is I want to start off with the background. So if I click on backgrounds here, and let's do this yellow aurora. I'm going to put that on video track 1. One thing about this, if you notice down here at the bottom, is that the time. The video is only going to be 30 seconds long, so I'm zoomed way out for 30 seconds. So I'm going to zoom in a little bit here so that way I can see a little more what I'm doing and get this to pretty close to 30 seconds. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's pretty close there. So 30 seconds is here. So if I take a look at this video shows up for, if you can tell, 10 seconds. Okay, that's too long. I don't want the intro to be that long. So I'm going to click on the edge of it, and I'm going to drag it and shorten it up until I get to about 5 seconds. And it doesn't have to be perfect, but I can make it perfect if I want to, so you might as well. So you'll notice my preview window showed up here. If I drag the scrubber over, the playhead, when I hit play, currently this is what I've got going. So now I need some text. So I'm going to click on text here, and then I'm going to drag down one of these little windows, and nothing shows up. Well, the reason why is because I haven't put anything into it yet. So on the top here, I'm going to put possums. And then it shows up kind of small. That's too small. Let's go bigger. So I'm going to click on these little sliders here, and I can scale, and I can make this much bigger. Now you can even hear it says possum, so it's much louder. So let's save that. And then now if I drag my playhead over here to the beginning and then play it, this is what I've got going so far. All right, now we're cooking. So let's add some more stuff to it. So I'm going to go to My Media, and I'm going to go to my possums. So I have to scroll down a little bit. Where's POS 1? So I'm going to drop that on video track 1, POS 2, POS 3. Oop, I didn't quite match them up. POS 4. And then the last one, The Woman Who Loves Possums. All right, so now when my video plays, when it gets to the end here, it's just going to go and just start showing the pictures. And it's going to show the pictures for about how long? Well, pictures came in. It looks like they're showing up at about 10 seconds long. That's too long for you, but for me, it's perfect because it brings me right out to my 30-second number here. Yours are going to need to be shorter, so you're going to have at least 10 pictures in here, so you're going to need to shorten those up. And you can shorten those up just by clicking on the edge of any one of them and dragging them over to trim the ending. So it should be pretty easy to do. All right, next thing, transitions. Transitions, I'm just going to drag and drop these in between each one of the pictures, and I'm going to pick just random ones here as I go through. I could have picked the same one for all of them, but it's kind of boring if I would have done that. So I'm going to put those for all of these. If you drag the little scrubber right in between it, you'll notice that it will also show you the preview of what that actually is going to look like as it transitions between the two. So that blurry one there, that's kind of cool there. So when we play the video, obviously, like I was saying, it's going to go from that screenshot, and then it's going to go into the pictures, and then it's going to transition to the next one, etc. Yawn. This is kind of boring. This is good though. We're going to go to audio. There's free music that's here. Let's see if I can pick one I haven't used yet. I don't think I've used Happy Go Ukulele, so I'm going to drag and drop that over here. And let me close out of this tool window here. So I got the ukulele going, but wow, it looks like it goes for a long time. So if I zoom out, you might notice that this ukulele music plays for like 1 minute and 10 seconds. That's kind of long. I can shorten that just like I shortened everything else by clicking on the edge of this and dragging it over to the 30-second timer there. Then I can zoom back in, and I can see exactly what's going on over here. Okay, once my video is done, and if I take the scrubber and I start everything over again, let me zoom out a little more. When the video starts off to play, I could go through and time all these pictures if I wanted to. I could spend an awful lot of time here, and I would encourage you to, because you're doing this for a grade. I'm not. Haha. Anyway, so once you're done with this, you could go over here and go to save, but actually it saves automatically, so you really don't have to. But here's the trick you need to pay very careful attention to. When you're done with your video, when you go to finish, you're going to give it a name. Obviously, call it what it is. Call mine possums. Then, where it says destination, you're going to see the Google Drive icon. You must have that selected. It has to have that blue line around it. That way, when you go to export it, it's going to end up on your computer, and that's what you're going to upload to Schoology. Okay, when it starts doing the export, it's going to say your video is queued, means it's working on it right now. You don't have to wait. You can go ahead and close out of this and do your thing. It's going to take probably like 2 to 5 minutes or so for it to queue, and then you'll be able to upload it to Schoology. So that's the process. Find something interesting and have some fun with this.